We're back, folks. True journalism, news you can act on with none other than the amazing Brigitte Gabriel. Hello, Brigitte.
Hello, Brent. Delighted to be back with you for another show. I have to tell you, I'm receiving such incredible feedback on this show, incredible comments for those who watch us. People are taking action. They feel empowered. They feel inspired. Yeah. I was walking the other day through the airport and somebody walked up to me and they said, I just watched one of your news you can act on. And I took action. And finally, I feel like somebody is enabling me to do something. I was waiting, not knowing what to do. And finally, I can do something. So I am so happy to hear this feedback because look, we are making a difference. This is not just entertainment. Right. This is actually news you can act on, and we are making a difference.
Oh, it feels so good. And again, we're just seeing a new level of optimism. Folks, you're not helpless. You can take action.
That's right.
A lot of people, when they think about, well, what can I do? Or where can I begin? It's like, trying to move a mountain with a spoon because they don't know what to do. Act for America makes it so easy. You go there. If you can click a mouse button and type in a little bit of information, you can make a difference. Unbelievable difference. I really enjoyed the functionality of the website, Brigitte, and showing me all my state representatives, showing me the emails, showing after you click take action, confirm. It even lets you post right there to your Facebook, your Twitter. An amazing tool. There's nothing like it, and there's nobody like you. And Brigitte, you've got something strong on your mind today.
Thank you. Yes, I do. Immigration, reforming our immigration and border security. This is the top concern, especially this week. This is a major focus. I want you to know that in DC this week, over 100, the top 100 radio talk shows across the country are descending on Washington, DC, having a media row. I'm going to be scheduled to give interviews about the security at the border. I have 42 interviews scheduled this week in 2 days talking about immigration reform and why we need to secure the border. Wow. So we literally are going to be going, me, Tom Homan, they're going to have mothers of victims who were murdered by illegal criminal aliens. Wow. They're going to have sheriffs from all over the country, and all the media is going to be set up booth by booth, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I have a list of all the booths that I'm going to go through. And literally, I'm going to give an interview, get up, go to the next booth, give an interview, get up, go to the next booth. 42 interviews. And it's all about border security. Me, Tom Homan, all the top names. So if you're driving, listening to talk radio this week, anywhere across the USA, you're probably going to be hearing about the border security from everybody.
It's very exciting.
The topic. Yes.
People are hungry.
That's the topic.
Well, Brigitte, as we go into this, so many of you, of some media outlets, even local newspapers, folks. I mean, you know what? Even the left has discovered the hard way that leftist ideology, leftist news, negativity, division, it doesn't sell anymore, folks. It doesn't sell. Trump was the best thing that ever happened to CNN. Now they're in the toilet. If you know somebody with a media outlet, you know what? Maybe we can get a write-up to you or make contact with That for America, because we really want to spread the word about news you can act on. And of course, none other than Brigitte Gabriel. Get the Rise book. It's ahead of its time. You've always been ahead of the curve, Brigitte. What do you see on the horizon right now with immigration?
The border immigration, I've got the numbers. I'm going to go through them with you because, one thing that we do at Act for America, we monitor everything. We are on top of everything security, national security, and our freedom. But the border numbers that we have put together, compiled, are going to be shocking. Right. Listen to this. Here's the border crossing. And under Biden's last 20 months, we have had 3,666,342 people. Okay, over 3 million, over 3.5 million. Trump's previous 20 months, we had 873,000 people. Look at that difference. I mean, unbelievable. So that's 420% increase between Trump and Biden. Wow. Single adults are 2,436,082 people. Remember, they tell us that the single adults are family units. They are not single adults. Right. Bunch of baloney. Others, this means people who are coming from, different countries, etc. 1,259,748 people. Under Trump, only 500,000. That's an increase of 225%. Unaccompanied minors, 272,747. Under Trump, 180,000. That's 151 increase. And now the numbers, how much it's costing us money-wise. You will be stunned. And this is in the billions. Border crossings for the cost under Biden for the last 20 months, 439 billion, 961 million and $40,000. We're talking in the billions. This is money going out of our economy to support people breaking the law to come into our country, taken away from your family, my family, your children, my children, things we need to spend money on here at home. The last thing we need is to spend $439 billion, 961 million. So it's almost $440 billion on stuff that we can spend it on home infrastructure. Why are we increasing our debt while we are squandering billions of dollars on criminals who are breaking the law to come here? The cost to taxpayers is $440 billion. This year's average monthly cost, is $23,658,240,000. You know, we talk about billions when it comes to this illegal immigration as if we're talking about dollars. I mean, it's like your mind can't even fathom, considering the economy in our country, considering what we are facing in our country, considering the financial hardship a lot of people are going through. We're squandering $440 billion on people who are breaking the law to come here. 66% were single adults. Most are military age men, not family units like the media would want you to know. 1/3 are from countries outside of Mexico and Central America. 1/3. So when you hear people on CNN and MSNBC and ABC and everybody talking about the OTM, other than Mexicans, that's what they're talking about. 1/3 who are outside of Mexico and Central America. That means they are coming from Iran, Afghanistan, Uzbekistan, Syria, Iraq, different places, Lebanon. You know, there's an employee at the Mexican embassy in Lebanon selling visas to terrorists for $3,000 a visa to Mexico. Because why go apply for a visa at the Lebanese embassy, at the American embassy to come to America? All you need is $3,000. You can go to the Mexican embassy, you can buy the visa, you can come to Mexico, and then you can work with the drug cartels and come directly into the United States. Unbelievable. The cost of single adults is $292 billion. $292 billion. 3.7 million people have crossed into the United States. This is more than the entire population of 22 US states, okay? 3.7 million, including states like Oklahoma. Oklahoma doesn't have 3.7 million. Connecticut, Utah, Iowa, Nevada, Arkansas. While I'm saying those states, if any of you listening to us or watching us right now, either on the internet, either on technology platforms, or watching us on the air on broadcast, if you live in any of these states, I want you to remember that the population of U.S. illegal criminal aliens that we brought into the country is bigger than the population of your state. And I'm going to continue. Arkansas, Mississippi, Kansas, New Mexico, Nebraska, Idaho, West Virginia, Hawaii, New Hampshire, Maine, Rhode Island, Montana, Delaware, South Dakota, North Dakota, Alaska, Vermont, and Wyoming. We could literally replace the entire state population in any of these states that I mentioned. So we're not talking small numbers. This is not just a small problem of people coming into our country. This is a massive, atrocious problem that we need to take care of. We could replace the entire population of 5 states combined, including South Dakota, North Dakota, Alaska, Vermont, and Wyoming. This is a serious problem. 1,357,753 active duty with a budget of $782 billion. The illegal migrants allowed into the country are 270% larger than our standing military. 270% larger than our standing military. $440 billion in cost, and nearly 60% of our total military budget. These are serious numbers that people need to look at. So when you start adding the numbers, you start thinking, the immigration problem, we have to control our southern border. We have to secure our southern border. And I haven't even began talking about, the threat to national security from a military point of view. Single adults allowed into the country, 180% larger than our standing military. You got it? Single adults allowed into the United States are 180% larger than our standing military, nearly double the size. 292 plus billion in cost and 37% of our total military budget. Russia has deployed up to 190,000 troops to invade the Ukraine. We have nearly 3.7 million invading just our southern border since Biden took office. And here's the Custom and Border Patrol reporting. Here's the criminal non-citizen statistics. In 2022, 10,778 murders. These are crimes by illegal criminal aliens. In 2021, 10,763. In 2020, only 2,438. And in 2019, 4,269. In the past 2 years, criminal arrests linked to illegals has increased by 263%. This is not to mention MS-13 gang members who are coming into the country and the terrorists who are coming into the country. Over 50 terrorists have arrested on the terror watch list. Right. Coming through the border. If we have arrested 50, how many others have escaped and are now in our country? This is why we need you to take action. Go to actforamerica.org, actforamerica.org. On the front page, on the banner, we have the Act Now campaign, Stop the Invasion. You don't even have to go searching for it. Right. Make sure you take action. Click on that campaign. Take action, contact your elected officials, let them hear from you. This is atrocious. This is exactly why we are descending on Washington, D.C., conservative talk radio, subject matter experts like myself and Tom Howman and all the experts on border security, and holding our elected officials' feet to the fire. We need you with us. Go to actforamerica.org, click on Take Action, and take action on the border.
You know, Brigitte, people need to understand, they need to wake up. This is a planned invasion. It's a coordinated invasion. By the communist Democrats and the rhinos. You know, people say, how can they spend all this money? Don't they know what they're doing? Don't they know? Of course they know what they're doing. Remember the process. We've been saying this for years. Crash the system with reckless spending.
That's right.
Self-coordinated invasion. Blame capitalism. Install socialism. Disarm the people, declare a dictator, and have communism, starvation and poverty for all, except for the elites that want your vote coming up. So, folks, you need to wake up respectfully. Take action today for the sake of your children, for the sake of you, for your country, for your business, for your legacy. You know, Ronald Reagan said, if something happens to America, where else is there in the world to go? People are coming to us from communist nations for a reason.
All over the world, people escaping corruption, people seeking security. They come to the United States of America because they know they can be safe in the United States of America. Look at me. I was raised in war. I don't need to talk about Ukraine. I can talk about my own experience, my own upbringing in Lebanon. I came to America seeking peace, seeking justice, seeking tranquility, seeking a future for my children. I didn't come to America. Look, I have daughters. I didn't come to America so my daughters can fear walking down the street at 9 o'clock at night, even in a medium city USA, because right now all our cities are in danger because illegal criminal aliens have spread throughout the country. It is no longer a problem for El Paso only. It's no longer a problem for Texas only or Arizona only. Right now, they are all over the nation. MS-13 gang members are all over the nation. Terrorists are all over the nation. Before they started being bussed, by the leftists who are busing them all over the country to North Carolina and Texas and everything else. Remember, they started busing those people for under Obama since 2008. We started seeing the invasion, but now it's totally uncontrolled. And this is why we need to take action. And this is why, please share our action alerts with your friends, all your list, not just the conservatives, because Brent, the studies are coming out and they are showing that the majority of the people in our country, Democrats, Republicans, and independent, recognize that we need to fix the southern border, that there is a problem with the southern border, because they can no longer deny the rise in crime, the rise in, I mean, look at the news stories we hear on television, you know, illegal criminal alien who came into this country, arrested multiple times, finally killed somebody, you know, and then they go to jail and then they are released from jail back on the streets. So if we don't speak up, then who else is going to speak up?
Right.
If you don't speak up, who else is going to speak up? Now is the time. The situation is so dire that it has gotten to the point where we are importing people into our country who are larger than our standing military, where you can replace the population of 5 states combined. When I rattled on a number of states, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Connecticut, Utah, Iowa, Idaho, what we have important literally would replace the population of one of these states. This is not a few people coming in, and there is no way we can assimilate these people. You know, we want them to succeed. We want them to come to the United States. I'm an immigrant. I am all for legal immigration, the way I came and the way millions before me came to the United States. We are for legal immigrations. I am all for legal immigration. We need legal immigrants. We need the new blood to come into the United States, because you need those who see America through fresh eyes. Because sometimes people who are born here, 2nd and 3rd generation, take it for granted that we have all these freedoms and we have all this liberty and you know, we have freedom of speech, and you can mock the president without being killed in the middle of the night by the KGB or terrorist thugs like that coming in the middle of the night, even though now our FBI is, you know, teetering on becoming like a Russia or a KGB. But we're still America, and we still have an opportunity to fight. So if you have any compassion towards these women who are being raped coming across the border, for these children who are trafficked and sexually assaulted by drug cartels and criminals and human traffickers, if you have a shred of conscience and care about these people, that's why we need to secure our border, not just for our for our own safety and security, for theirs as well. But at the end of the day, America's sovereignty is paramount. Our security is paramount. Our people are the most important people. We come first before the criminals breaking the law to come into our country.
Absolutely right. You know, Brigitte, so many people live under a false sense of security. Well, our law enforcement would never turn against patriots. Our military would never turn. They don't have to, folks. They're bringing in the foreign army. You have to take action now. This is a reality, and you can, because when all is said and done, what will you tell your grandchildren? Did you take action, or were you distracted, or were you silent? You know, what has silence done for you, folks? You're still getting censored. You're still getting canceled, by the cancel culture. Folks, you know what? For the sake of yourself, for the sake of your children, for the sake of your country and our way of life, you need to take action. And we're clicking all day on TikTok and Facebook and YouTube. Can't we click for the security of our future and our country? So, folks, make no mistake. People who hate our country, they pay very well to redistribute third world fighting age men. It's not an accident. You got to wake up, folks. And you know, Brigitte, it's a sad thing when so many nonprofits who call themselves ministries are taking millions from the government to sabotage their very own country. That's against the Bible too, folks. So we're not talking about Mexicans and I love Mexicans. I love Mexico, people looking for a better way of life. We're talking about hostile nations on terror list, that's the one that are on the list. Did you know, Brigitte, that so many terrorists are not allowed to be on a list because of insensitivity and political correctness, folks? The time is now, and I think future generations will look to you folks and say, what did you do? We can no longer criticize the Germans during World War II. We're seeing all kinds of compliance. They're trying to get you to comply again. The same people that shut down your businesses, masked you, destroyed your career, and let thousands die, took money for people to die. They're asking for your vote again. Are you going to be? Are you going to play into that? It's
Yeah.
time to get
Yeah,
informed
exactly.
and go to Act for America.
Time to take action.
Right.
Go to actforamerica.org. We named the organization Act for America. Now think about America, hope for America, wish for America, pray for America. You can wish and hope and pray, but without action, nothing happens. You have got to take action. You know, I've been talking about this issue, Brent. You and I have been talking about this issue since 2010 when you and I met. We were talking about this.
Right.
Americans did not really believe what we were saying because they thought, oh, it couldn't be really that bad. You know, I mean, no, you know, Brigitte, you know, oh, this is so scary. Why are you scaring people? My philosophy is better prepared than scared.
Right.
That's why we have a military. We don't have a military for entertainment. You don't have a military just because, you know, why are we wasting money on military in peacetime? We have military so we don't have to go into war. So we don't have to live at war. You have a security system in your home so a criminal doesn't break into your house and rape you and kill you and steal your property. So you have a security system in your home to prevent these people from coming in the first place.
Right.
You don't want to have to fight them when they are in. And right now, with the invasion at the border, it is endangering our country. Right. It's endangering the lives of our citizens. It is endangering our communities. These people also are now allowed to vote. You know, what's going to happen with our elections when you have people who are important into the country who do not understand our history, who do not appreciate our history, who are not assimilated into the country? There's no way you can train and assimilate that large number of people this fast. Look, when I came into the United States, once I got my green card, I had to study a 2-inch thick book. It takes 4 to 5 years between the time you get your green card until the time you become a U.S. citizen. During that time, I had to study a 2-inch thick book written by the daughters of the American Revolution about America's history, our Constitution, our Bill of Rights, our judicial system, our Congress, how our country was founded, what are our values. And then I had to take an exam at the Federal Building downtown in English, both a written exam as well as an oral exam about our history, about our Constitution, about our judicial process, about our Congress, about our government, and pass both exams in English in order for me to become an American. These are the type of people like me who go through this process. By the time we become an American, we have such even greater appreciation for America, other than, oh my God, we're going to make money, we're going to live a great life. America is freedom, America is prosperity. You know, when you come to America, this is what you think about. Oh my gosh, if I can just make it to the promised land, I'm going to live a great life. I'm going to have a beautiful home. I'm going to make money. I'm going to live comfortably. So once you get over all that, because once you come to America, if you're willing to work hard, like most immigrants are willing to do, you have all that. But once you study our history, once you study what made us a great country, once you study our Constitution and our Bill of Rights, you understand the wisdom of our founding fathers. You have, by the time I swore allegiance to the United States of America at the Federal Building, when we all stand at the ceremony, raise our hands and swear allegiance to America, when we leave that room, we have a whole different appreciation to the United States that is so deep. We have appreciation in 3D because we no longer just see the shiny object on the top. We see America at different levels and we appreciate it all. That's how you assimilate immigrants. That's why the immigrants who came to the United States for the first 200 years or so wanted to be American, appreciate America, love America, understand America. I was talking with a friend of mine a couple of days ago who is a lefty, a radical lefty. He's a lawyer. Most lawyers tend to be lefties. He's a Jewish lawyer. So I said to him, and I said, Lawrence, we were talking about the border. And I said, Lawrence, tell me, where did your parents come from? Because, you know, I am very much for legal immigration. We're just talking about illegals. And he said, oh, my ancestors came from Russia. And I said, do you speak Russian? He said, not a word. And I said, do your children speak Russian? He said, not a word. And I said, so you're telling me that your parents came to the United States, made sure they are survivors of Holocaust, made sure you spoke English and made sure you assimilated and became a 100% American. He said, yeah, we didn't speak Russian. They made sure we spoke English. And I said, we have people in America today who come to America, who have been in America for 25, 30 years, who still speak Spanish. They don't speak a word of English, or they speak very broken English. You can barely understand them. So can you imagine today all the people who are coming all at once? There's no way you're going to be able to assimilate them so they can be successful, so they can become lawyers, so they can assimilate into our society and in one generation attain the American dream. We can't do that. And that's why we need people to take action. Go to actforamerica.org, sign our Act Now campaign. We have multiple action alerts on the border. Right. Stop the invasion, build the wall. Many, many action alerts on the border. Please take action. Go to Act Now. Stop the Invasion is the banner on our front, the hub of the website right now. This week in particular, because we're focusing on immigration and border security. Please go, take action, send an email to your friends. Most people agree with us on this issue. All your friends, leftists, liberal, Democrats, conservatives, it doesn't matter. We need to get the word out. We need to secure our border. Go to actforamerica.org and take action.
It's time you get informed, people. You know, action disarms fear. There's a lot of anxiety out there, a lot of fear mongering by the media. You know who owns them. But folks, you know what? Get the knowledge that you need and then take action. That action does disarm fear and anxiety because there is something you can do. Brigitte, I'm so excited that we're doing news you can act on. I mean, I've been talking for years, man, where's the return of journalism? What happened to journalism? It's right here, folks. And we want you to share this show as well. Go to Rumble and share news you can act on with Brigitte Gabriel. Yes. Go to Act for America. Sign up for the action alerts. Be in the know. You know, there's a lot of information out there, but you know, facts are not emotional. Facts are just facts. Well, you get the facts on news you can act on, but you also get the facts from Act for America and Brigitte Gabriel, the incredible work that you're doing. As we wind down with our last minute, Brigitte, with people that are coming into this new knowledge, they know something's been wrong. They know now what's wrong. So many things you're taking action on. What's the best encouragement you can give people who love America and love their family and love their way of life right now?
2% of the passionate will always overrule the 98% indifferent. Right. Be one of that 2%. Join us. Go to actforamerica.org. Join an army of patriots who love America. And I'm speaking, figuratively speaking, okay? Let's make sure we clear that out. Join patriots who love America and stand with us and support our work. I would be so grateful if you found any value in the information that I shared. Please go to Act for America and make a donation while you are there and support our work. We need you. We cannot do this without you. Our philosophy is when everyone does a little, together we accomplish a lot. Stand with us financially as well as take action. Together we can save America and make America great and make America strong and keep America exceptional and rally as many people as possible who share our values, who feel as passionate about America as we do, to stand with us. May God bless you. Thank you so much for watching us, staying with us this whole show. We appreciate you.